Gen V is a spin-off series where we are introduced with a group of supes who are in college. In this case, the story focuses on Marie, a freshman who is co-starring with other experienced college students. While she feels happy to be in a place with people just like her, we see her getting into the dark truth behind the whole institution. After hearing that the showrunners were talking about the fact that the supes will be in college instead, that was where I was invested. And it's probably because of two main reasons. I'm part of the demographic, and it's something different which we haven't seen in the boys in general. So the beginning of Gen V is honestly brutal, as stated in the title. Off the bat, the show can't be watched for those who just can't handle blood well. Now imagine the boys where it has a lot of blood, of course, a lot of gore, violent moments. Yeah, Gen V takes this to another level, and it is insane. And I don't think a lot of people will be satisfied with the way they explore all that blood. Yeah. Now, the best character in this show is obviously Marie. She's just a regular person who just wants to be part of the Seven, and we see her reasonings behind it, which makes completely sense, and we should be supporting her. But then we as audiences know the Seven is not the best, but that's where her perspective is different. She's brand new, and you don't really expect her to know all this stuff. It's a brand new character. Another character I really liked was Andre. His arc and backstory executes very well, and even if Marie wasn't the main character, I'd happily take Andre as the main character. There was this one particular scene where I can't go too much into detail, but the two actors just performed really well whilst they were arguing, where I generally thought it was from the bottom of their hearts, but again, that's how acting is, and it really blew me off, to be honest. And in terms of how the show looked, it looks pretty similar to the boys, and I don't blame them because they had to keep this gritty, hard style whilst being in a different area, like a different area, like in college, of course. And I'm also glad about the fact that they brought other characters from the boys to part cameo in Gen V, not taking too much screen time. Now, although I did state a few good factors about the show and how good it's been made, I did have a few concerns about how the show ran as a whole. And I will be getting onto the spoilers, so you are warned, and if you're battling against me, then that is your problem for still being in this video. So the moment where the people underneath the institution was where like they experimented with the supes, and all of a sudden they escaped, and it's going around the news, I think that's where it really put me off. And it's mainly because like the main characters like Huey, Butcher, and so on, they haven't really been involved in the right at the end. And I know they can't because it's hard. Like Gen V is its own thing, but when it's a situation like this obviously makes sense for them to be involved. And another thing that I picked was the fact that the ending kind of felt rushed and there was no sort of conclusion. But then again, I do realize that this is going to continue from The Boys season 4. Now the question is, will these characters get a substantial amount of screen time? Because right now, if they're stuck in the facility and there's the main characters from the boys and the supes, I don't know, because it could feel crammed, and that's what I'm really worried about for season 4. But I do have some few predictions that could happen for season 4. Maybe these supes that are stuck now in the facility, they're going to be part of the Seven, which is why Homelander is probably recruiting them instead rather than killing them. That could be another reason. That would be really good way to like properly establish a very good season, like one up from season 3. Maybe it could go through the 5th season or so on. And yeah, I just wanted to say that I hope the show does not get rushed, because The Boys has a really good track record, and with the spin-off show it adds that to the factor that it's still amazing, still consistent, and it's just really good. So overall, I'm gonna give Gen V a 7 out of 10. It's solid. It's not the best, as it's not the best where like it's on The Boys level, but it's very solid, and a very solid spin-off show to introduce new characters who are gonna partake in the 4th season of The Boys, and I just really can't wait to see what will happen from there. And yeah, that's my review done, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for more.